Hi, my name is Thomas Maurer. I'm a cloud advocate at Microsoft, and I'm going to show you how you can configure Azure Update Management directly from Windows Admin Center. I'm here in Windows Admin Center, and I want to use Azure Update Management to basically automate and centralize the update process of my Windows servers. So I first go to my Windows server. And as you can see, I can manage my updates directly from Windows Admin Center. However, if I want to have a centralized place to manage all the updates of my systems running in the cloud, as well as on-prem, as well as in other cloud vendors, I can do that using Azure Update Management. So let's configure that. First, I'm going to select the subscription I want to deploy or use Azure Update Management from. I create a new resource group in my case. I can obviously also, if I have an existing Azure Update Management solution, I can also leverage that. But in my case, I'm going to deploy a new one. I'm going to select the region where I want to deploy. I create a new log analytics workspace. So Azure Update 01. Again, going to choose a location for that workplace. And then I also create a Azure Automation account. And again, choose the location for that specific automation account and now set up Azure Update Management. This will take a couple of minutes. It's going to create all the necessary services in Azure, like the resource group, the log analytics workspace, as well as the automation account used for update management. After a while, the update management is configured and the server is added to the specific update management solution. So if I look at the notification, you can see that this is now successfully done. If I switch to the Azure Portal, I can see in the new resource group I just created, it created a log analytics workspace, it added the solution, and it created automation account. So if I dive into the solution, I can now see a summary of my systems. Currently, I obviously have one server, and he needs security updates. So if I go and have a closer look, I can see which server it is. I can see that it's missing a couple of the security updates as well as some definition updates. If I go back and have a look at the automation account, here I can configure update management. So I can go into update management, and again, you can see here my server that it's not compliant, and that is a non-Azure VM because it's one of my on-prem systems. So what I'm going to do to fix that, I'm going to do schedule update deployment. I'm going to give that a name, update app servers. So I'm going to select the right machines. I can obviously also do the groups to basically select a group of a couple of machines. In our scenario, I will just select one of my machines. I go to machines. You'll see that here my app server is showing up. I will add that to the deployment. And then I will schedule the deployment to current time. Say run once. In my case, you obviously can also schedule it to run like monthly or weekly. And then I'm also going to give it a maintenance window, and I'm also going to configure that if required, the server does reboot or it does not. So if a reboot is required, it should reboot. So let's create that deployment. And now that deployment will basically patch my system. So when the deployment is finished, you can see now that this server is now compliant and has all the updates installed. Obviously, I can also schedule these deployments in a monthly cadence to make sure that we have always the latest updates on our systems installed. This was Azure Update Management in Windows Admin Center.